name is Lauren Alexander. I'm an artist and a researcher. I'm based in Amsterdam. I teach at the KABK since 2012. I'm a tutor there and also the class coach in the graduating year and for NLN as well.
My name's Liang, and I'm teaching at KABK first year graphic design.
I'm Michiel Schuurman. I'm a graphic designer from Amsterdam. I teach at the KABK first year image.
What's your special or secret quality?
I'm super optimistic.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe in encouragement.
To encourage students is to think about design as a storytelling tool, thinking about what they can make and what stories also are relevant and what story they want to tell. Also for students who are struggling to understand their position as design or what they understand design to be.
I'm more patient. I really prefer to take the time to spend my time and talk to them and understand things from two or more perspectives.
And also here in this school there are a lot of foreign students.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah. How do you prepare your assignments?
I do a lot of collaging in my class. Composition, contrast, structure, rhythm, textures, these kind of things.
Thinking about the different skills that are needed in the different years and then creating a course in that way. For the MA program, it's a little bit different in that we create like a really extensive research project based on particular themes, implementing that and then having an exhibition and a publication, etc. at the end.
My first year is almost entirely analog work.
And how come you teach them to work like that?
Because the computer is like a black box. I don't really understand what they're doing inside the computer. I only see the end results.
I like to do in-depth research. I need to do a lot of research myself and to find a topic that would be interesting as well for the students. So I actually learn just as much as they do.
You kind of answered already this question, but what do you learn while teaching?
26 little problems in a daytime, but it's such an exercise for me as well.
To live by my own words. I feel I cannot cheat in my own work anymore because I'm teaching students to work in a certain way and keeps myself in check.
You have to listen a lot to get inside somebody else's head, to also be able to help them or to think with the students in developing their project.
That I can actually help them is sometimes quite surprised me as well. Like, where do I know all those things from?
I also kind of see them as colleagues. Their views on graphic design are just as interesting as my views are.
And also your future colleagues.
Also my future colleagues,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, which scares me sometimes because they are really good.
What kind of qualities do you look for while teaching your students?
I prefer to dig in their own quality and have their own quality shine, because they shouldn't copy or they shouldn't receive others, and everybody's different. Everybody grows differently.
Focusing my talks with students towards that moment where they realize, hey, I'm the boss here. This guy is only here to guide me.
I think a kind of adaptability and a flexibility is always something that a graphic design student should aim for. Small developments, week by week, that they're thinking about what they're doing.
Understanding the underlying laws of making something. You say something about it which isn't in the language of it's beautiful or not beautiful. Yeah.
How do you see yourself as a designer?
I'm not really sure if I'm a graphic designer, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Funny enough, as a graphic designer, I'm actually not interested in graphic design. And happen that I like graphic design so much that I have to put everything that is around me into graphic design.
I feel more comfortable seeing myself as an artist rather than a designer. I think it's also a lot to do with authorship.
Most of my work is filling exhibition spaces.
Writer and a director, where I feel more comfortable and where I also contribute the most, I think. Design is it's a tool that gets used for the messages that I have or the stories that I want to tell. So a little bit the same as what I'm teaching.
It can touch every single field.
Can you tell us an anecdote of one of your classes?
An anecdote from one of my classes.
Something that happened in class that was sad or... No, not sad. Don't name anything sad.
Oh, there's so much sadness.
No sadness.
We were supposed to have actual physical presentation. And 2 days ahead of the presentation, and the government announced like a total lockdown again. So the museum has to be closed, and we couldn't do our physical presentation. I was really, really sad. I couldn't do anything for 2 days. I was trying to figure out where we can go.
And it was actually when we were setting up for the Amnesty International exhibition. So that was a group of 40 students. The idea was that we would set up an exhibition which was pretty large.
So Corona hit, of course, and then we all had to adapt very quickly. So I just said, okay, let's make video clips. Students, they went for it.
We had to connect poles into a certain kind of like special designed piece, and these would all connect together as modular, sort of different separate pieces. We had to set up for one day and then take everything down. We realized that when you stuck the poles into the thingy, they wouldn't come out again. But it was luckily solved beforehand, and the king came.
Surprisingly, my students, they just started an online exhibition themselves. And they did it overnight when I was like completely freaking out.
Yeah.
And they just like, hey, we have this finished. I'm like, well done, guys.
One of my students made a video clip for a Dutch band, and she also sent it into the Den Haag Video Award. And then she was nominated in the category Best Video Clip of 2020. And then the band came and said, this is not our video clip, we really don't want this. It's a sad anecdote.
And it is still sad. Yes.